Hi, it's Mitz from My Life Mitz. Thank you very much for being here today. I wanted to work in my traveler's notebook journal, and I thought I would film it and show you what I end up doing. Thankfully, I was very lucky to visit Okayama, Japan, and the city of Kurashiki in Okayama. And I thought it would be fun to document this travel in my regular sized traveler's notebook. And you can see here I'm sharing with you the pamphlet that I took. There is a visitor center in the Kurashiki area, which is like a very nice historic area of Okayama. And so I took one of the English pamphlets and decided to cut out the spots that we visited during our trip there. It's always nice to have these pamphlets available. There's like a snapshot look at, the important parts and just some fun facts about the area and the spots that we visited. And so I'm just cutting up the pieces or the places that we went to. The journaling part using these pamphlet pieces are actually not in this video. I will share it with you at the end of the video because I didn't film that part, but I will share it with you at the end. I am grabbing my traveler's notebook here that houses all of my paper bits, and if I remember to, I will post a video or like a link somewhere where I share like more in-depth look at this traveler's notebook, because it does carry all of my little paper bits, and especially for vintage papers and things and junk journaling, I really like to use or grab this traveler's notebook, as it houses all of my papers. You can see I'm shifting through them and seeing what I want to put in my journal. So just to backtrack a little bit, the video previous to this one, I visited the Superior Labor shop in Kurashiki, and that's where you see my customized passport olive notebook there off to the side. And this is, I guess, kind of in continuation to that. And for some reason, I usually tend to kind of keep all of my ephemera after a trip, and then I'll work on it little by little, and I don't really rush into it. But for some reason, after I came back home, after we finished our trip to Kurashiki, I just felt this big urge to want to finish my journaling, and I just went with it, and I followed my need to want to do this. And so you might have seen some, or I posted a lot on Instagram as well, so you might have seen some of the flip throughs there. And yeah, I'm just really happy with the way it turned out. I think someone requested for a flip through. I'm almost finished the Kurashiki part, but the insert still has a lot of pages remaining. And so maybe once it's maybe half full or a little bit more full, I will do a flip through. And of course, once it's completely full, once the notebook insert is done, I will of course share that with you as well. I layered and stuck some washi tape to the top edge there. I took that piece of paper, the green one, I don't know if you can see, it's like a light green. And I took that because it's kind of hole punched, and I liked that effect that it had. I'm grabbing the alphabet stamps from Shamil Garden that I purchased years ago, and I end up stamping out the title foods. And so this page spread is about some of the foods that we had during our trip to Okayama or Kurashiki. And I kept some of the packaging from the little snacks that we had. My husband found this kamaboko shop, and I was very pleasantly surprised. It was so good. He actually found it while he was waiting for us. I went to a small bakery with my daughter. They had these really cute Miffy. I don't know if you know the cartoon Miffy, like the rabbit cartoon. There was a bakery there, and there was a lineup for that bakery, and so my son and my husband were waiting. and during that time they were waiting, they found this kamaboko shop. I will try and find a translation to that, but it was very delicious, and I will remember it very much. I don't know if we'll be able to find anything like that around here. It was just very fresh, it was warm, and it was a nice snack. And so I kept that packaging you see off to the side there. And yeah, I like to include bits and pieces from the day. If the food packaging is dirty, I'll try and wipe it clean, or I just won't add it, or I might rip the part that is dirty. Recently I went to Taco Bell, which is not common here in Tokyo. I found Taco Bell, and I ripped off the corner of the wrapping because the rest of the paper was, of course, dirty. So things like that, if there's food packaging that I want to keep, I'll rip a piece off, maybe with a bit of the store name or something that will help me remember. And this cute little thing here off to the side, I don't know if you can tell. I think I might show a close-up of it later. It has a wooden, it's not a toothpick, it's like a flat wooden, I don't know, spoon maybe? I don't know how you would word it, but we use that. We actually didn't use it. We used a fork, but I wanted to keep that as part of the memorabilia, and it's used to scoop up the kibidango, which is kind of like a mochi ball thing, and so I kept that little wooden spoon and the sleeve, and I'm just kind of taping it down with some washi tape, and of course layering the different papers and things. It always adds a bit of interest. You don't have to, of course, you don't have to layer, but I enjoy this process very much. And so I'm just trying to play with the different papers and different textures and things like that. And so there's the cute little packaging of that illustration of the kibidango. And I found a definition online of what kibidango is. Kibidango are Malay dumplings that originated in Japan's Okayama prefecture. Kibidango look and taste similar to mochi, but these confections are traditionally made with Malay flour, not sweet rice flour. So that's the difference. To be honest with me, when I was eating the kibidango, I thought it was exactly similar to mochi, but it's nice to learn about the kibidango. And so I tipped that in with some washi tape. I like having these little flaps here and there, and then opening up to the journaling. I'm using these little washi strips. I think that's what they're called. It's actually a printable from Courtney Diaz, and she's created these. This is a while ago. I think it's from November. I think I just saw that on the back there. But I printed that on sticker paper so that I could just cut it and then stick it in. So this is a close-up of what the journal spread looks like with my photos and a little bit of journaling here and there. I did cut out the word kinako on the bottom. I don't know if you can see that, but I wrote a little bit about the kamaboko and the kibidango and journal about that, and have that written piece in the back. So it's not really fully hidden, but it's not really in your face. And this is the final, I guess, journal spread, and I hope you had fun watching. I will share with you a close-up of the spread where I used bits from the pamphlet. So we were able to visit the beautiful bridge, I think it's Ohashi Bridge. It was such a nice day too, with there were some clouds in the sky, but it was pretty clear and it was pretty sunny, and I was very surprised when we got there. It was such a nice view. I didn't do any journaling yet, but I did get a stamp from one of the stations, like the service areas, and my daughter kept the ticket for the parking spot from the airport, so I tipped that in there as well. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this journaling session. Thank you very much for being here. It's so nice to see you. I appreciate you so much. I hope you are doing well and staying safe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.